Okay, in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to install Anaconda. Anaconda is essentially just a virtual environment for Python. If you're familiar with virtual environments, this should be nothing new to you. If you're not, this is a great place to start. But if you are developing in Python, you really should be using virtual environments. I'm going to be installing this on Linux, so if you're on Mac or Windows, it'll be a slightly different setup, but on Linux, you can go ahead and click download. It should show up down here, and then directly in your downloads folder. Initially, it will not be executable, so run this. And what that'll do is just essentially make it executable. So now you can type /Anaconda and it'll install. I've already installed it, but if you run that, you should be good. Just go through and click through all the defaults, say yes to everything, and when it asks to put something in your bash RC, say yes, and you can just install it in your home folder. When you're done, well, pause the video, and when you're done, just come back here and we'll continue. Alright, so I'm assuming you have it installed and it's in your home directory. So let's go home really fast, and you should see it in Anaconda 3. So after that, you're basically ready to go. So the first thing you should know how to do is create an environment. All you need to do is conda create name, give it a name. We'll call this Pi37 because it'll be Python 3.7, and then we're gonna have to give it a Python version, so equals 3.7. All right, we'll say yes. All right, 2 commands to get into your virtual environment and get out of your virtual environment. Conda activate Pi37. All right, now we're in there. Inside Conda, a lot of people like to conda install things. I typically still stick with pip just because I'm used to it. If you are inside of an Anaconda environment, you can still use pip, it'll work fine, and pip will only locally install packages to this environment. So just to be sure, we'll do pip freeze. Okay, and that's the only package that's installed right now. So let's install something like Jupyter Lab. Let's actually install it. Alright, so now if we pip freeze, these are all the packages that are dependencies for Jupyter Lab. We should be able to run it. Tab complete, lab. Okay. And if you're not familiar with Jupyter Lab, I'll probably create a video showing the basics, but most of everything I do is in Jupyter Lab. But that's not really the focus of this video. So come back over here and Control C. All right, dismiss that and leave. So we're still in the virtual environment, and we know Jupyter Lab works. Now we'll deactivate the virtual environment. Deactivate. Okay. Now we're back in our base system outside of the virtual environment. Out here, if we do Python version, we'll get 2.7. And that's the base Python that comes with pretty much every Linux distribution. If you type Python 3, you'll see what version of Python 3 that we have. So let's go back inside our virtual environment, conda activate Pi37. All right, and now if we do Python version, we have 3.7.1. So those are basically the three different Pythons you'll probably interact with, but I would from now on only ever develop or do anything inside of a virtual environment. Alright, so now we can leave again. Deactivate. Alright. And to see all of your virtual environments, well, first of all, if you really want to know where they are, if you go inside Anaconda and Envs, they'll be inside here. But from anywhere, if you want to know, okay, what are all the names of my virtual environments, you can do conda env list. And you'll always have base. If you're not in a virtual environment, you'll by default be in base. And even while I'm in base, I spelled that wrong. I'm still not really in Anaconda. And let's exit really fast. Alright. So, anything past that, you can learn from like the Anaconda cheat sheet. It might have asked you if you wanted to download that when you click download, like get it emailed. It's not bad to have that thing around when you first start, but you'll find that most of the time you essentially just kind of create environments and maybe you'll list them, but probably not, and then you'll activate and deactivate, and that's pretty much all you'll do. While you're inside there, I like to use pip installs. You might like to do conda installs. For practical purposes, it really won't mean much. Just kind of use whatever you're comfortable with, but I'll continue to use pip throughout pretty much all of my videos. And that's pretty much everything you need to know about Anaconda. So you should be ready for any video that I do in the future.